Going live. All right. Let's hit record there. What's up, our YouTube channel? YouTubers. I don't know if it sounds like we're just dating ourselves here. Those
like the old
YouTubers.
Yeah.
All right, so we are live. Welcome back to Warrior Wednesday. My name is Rick. This is my Andrea. And I'm wearing my Zoom fit today.
Yeah, you are. I like it.
I got my business on the top, my button up, but I am wearing my Adidas pants, my tennis shoes, my paint pants.
Yeah.
I don't give a jam. We are going to go ahead and just do the thing because we've all done the Zoom fit. We know.
Yeah.
We know. So I'm open with it. I'm on my Zoom fit. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
For those of you who are jumping on the TikTok, yeah, I know I don't have the microphones on, so we're going to speak up a little louder for you. Hopefully you guys can hear okay as we go in on it. But if you want good audio, go to the Warriors Way Mindset. Be on our YouTube because the good audio and the good recording will be on the YouTubes. Like we see James is on there already.
And something too about YouTube is if you are on and watching the live on TikTok or YouTube and you miss something we're saying, you can go to YouTube live and just rewind it. I think that's push it back and you can rewatch
we're live. We're still live.
You can still do it when someone's live.
Get
Yeah, I did it the other day. I was like, interesting.
All right.
I didn't know that.
Okay. So it's good to see you, Warriors. Normally we'll have some questions for QA at warriorswaymindset.com.
Yeah.
But I think today we're going to do a little bit of a training and we need your help. We need your help. Now, there has been a narrative going around that women do everything, men do nothing, and women are looking for equality. We want things 50-50. I want them equal. Now, I'm not against it. I'm not saying no. I'm not on the manosphere, red pill, men are the greatest. Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to lean in, but we need your help. Men and women, we need your help. I asked my warriors yesterday, I was like, can you please help me? Maybe this is true. Maybe we're just not doing enough. Maybe the ladies are right. And if this is the case, please, we want your help. I need your help. We're going to make the list. Let's do the we want things equal 50-50 list. Let's make it as a team. There is no, what's up? There's my warrior, Daniel Madrid. I see you, bro. Also, I need to talk to you this week. Miss you already. That guy's Daniel's a badass. I love hanging with him. He's in our Saturday group. Any case, we're going to be doing this list today. I need your help. We need it.
Yeah, we do need it because we want to be able to clearly state what equal means because it can mean many, many things.
I don't know.
Are we talking about equal in a relationship? Is that what we should gear it
50-50,
towards?
baby. It don't matter.
50-50 in life.
Life. I want a 50-50 life here.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if we can live equal. Please, in the comments. And if you want more room, I know that we have a lot more people on TikTok than we do on YouTube. On YouTube, you can do 300 characters. So if you want to jump on our YouTube channel, you can fill out a lot more than you can on TikTok.
Yeah.
If not, because you're already here, great. So either case.
Yeah.
I got a list so far of some 50-50 things.
Yeah.
Please feel free, ladies, add to this list. Don't let this list just be. This is not us saying how it needs to be, how we want it to be, any of that.
Yeah.
What we are asking for is participation to make sure we can have this truly be right and fair. I want it to be the most correct. Okay?
All of the things.
All of the things.
All of the things.
Equal.
Yeah.
We're doing equal.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is going to be good.
So here's the list that we came up with. Please add to. This is not a dictatorship. This is not a rictatorship. This is us really working on this.
Do you think we should ask them first to see kind of where we go before we give them what you have?
I do have to check mark thing. That's
good.
We could do that. Yeah. The list is a little long. I got a little bit of a list.
Just a small list.
I'm going to go through because if we wait for everybody, we could be here for a while. Let's give people a little bit of what we already have. And then just everybody, please add to it.
Yeah. I'll watch the comments, make notes as you're doing that. So maybe there'll be something different showing up.
Hey, dang, she bad. Yeah. I'm going to be actually on the podcast for To Be Better again next month. So look for that coming up.
Yeah.
Too. Some very cool things with them. All right. First thing, the guys were saying here's some things that like, let's do 50-50 equal. Equal courts. We want equal court systems.
is.
No more favoritism.
Yeah.
No more favoritism. It's men and women. It's just moms and dads. It's 50-50. It's no favoritism. It's
I'd
not
like
going
that.
one way or another. It's just an equal fight. There's no just what's best for the kids, equal.
Yeah.
All of the bills, all of the dates, anything financially, whoosh, Dutch. Which I found out when I trained a woman from Holland. Actually, going Dutch it's a common practice.
Yeah, that's what
it's
you're
actually
saying. Yeah.
it's actually just how it goes there. It's actually weirder for them it's a high honor for the man in Holland to take the tab. It's very respected because it's more culturally acceptable to be 50-50.
Interesting.
Just
Wow.
interesting to know. It was very neat. So all of the bills, I don't care if the bills are $4,000. I got my 2,000, you got your 2,000. It doesn't matter if you make only $2,200. Enjoy your $200 because you have your 2K. I got my 2K. That's it. That's the bill. So just deal. Just example. So all finances, bam, 50-50. We said we're going to get rid of alimony. Both sides. Doesn't matter. Men and women. I don't think alimony needs to be there. If you're with that person, you're with that person. You get the perks of the finances. If you don't want to be with them, you don't get paid for not being with them.
Here's a question I have for that, though.
Sure.
What if the man is like, I want my wife to stay home, and she's like, I want a job. Like, I think that I should work. And he's like, no, I want you to stay home. And she stays home.
Nope. Equal. She still has to do her equal.
At home.
Everything's equal. She still has to work. We're 50-50 right now.
But she's working at home.
Yeah, there's no alimony that exists in this world. It's 50-50. She doesn't get to stay home. She's got to work. She's got half the bills to pay.
Mm-hmm.
We've only got to the third thing here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there is no option for alimony. Everybody works.
Okay.
50-50. It's right down the middle.
50-50.
It's 50-50.
Got it.
I got to work. You got to work. It's fair. 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay? Equal protection. And so what I mean by protection is no matter what form of protection that it is, if there's a bump in the night, we just rock, paper, scissors. Paper beats rock. You got to go take care of it, baby. Yeah. This also goes into things where it'd be taking care if there's firefighting or crime or drafts to the war, anything that has to do with protection or combat, you're into. If I got to go, you got to go. Listen, I like the birth control one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Honestly, we'll get into that.
No, let's do it. Okay, so equal protection. If we got to fight, you got to fight. Don't bullshit. If we're in, you're in. That's it. The dirty, the heavy, the dangerous jobs, the hours that have to be worked. It's not just like guys do the dangerous stuff. Ladies, if we got to work on the roof, you're working on the roof. We're working on the car, you're working on the car. Some of you out there, no problem.
Yeah.
So most of you are like, I don't want to gravel the driveway. I don't want to do that. Well, listen, equal. We're all doing it. There's no jobs off limits. If we're bricklaying, you're bricklaying. We're digging a pool, you're digging a pool. Like, you're not making lemonade, you're digging.
Mm-hmm.
Get a shovel. And if it's snowing, it's not my job, it's our job.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is equal. This goes into housework. We're cool too with like housework. We're going 50-50 housework. Guys are in. We're like, if you're talking housework, no problem. We'll do half the housework. You do half the housework. Just remember, you got to also do hours served too for work.
Mm-hmm.
So you're working as many hours and doing the same dangerous job. But then we do the same housework. So we're good. No problem so far.
Hey, Jenna.
Is that Jenna?
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. So then we also went to pay, equal hours, equal pay.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. No problemo. Right down the middle. If I get paid, $50 an hour, you get paid $50 an hour. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I work more hours than you, we didn't do 50-50. I need you doing the same hours too. That way it's the same pay.
What Christy just put is exactly what we were talking about this morning. Good men are good with housework. A lot are not. Particulars.
No.
Get to the particulars.
We'll get to particulars. Those have to go out the window, ladies.
We just had that conversation this morning.
You don't get to call the shots for how it works on 50-50. It's job done or job not done. It's not your way. You can't be the boss with 50-50. It's not. That would be not 50-50. You're not in control. You don't get to call the shots.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. All right. Prospecting. This means anything that you would be qualifying by the standards. There are no special standards. There's no women's standards, men's standards. It's just one standard. That's it. There is no like weight class. There is no nothing. You can either do this or you can't do this. You're either qualified or not qualified. It's just human being, period. So anything that would be like, okay, well, a woman would have to do this, but a guy has to do it this way. It's just person now. That's all gone. It's just one standard now.
Yeah.
Emotional support and empathy. Ladies, I know you think you have the trophy for this. You don't. Guys say we want our feelings validated. We also want you to care about our hearts. We want you to worry about when we have to vent. And we also put in there too that we also would like one irrational week of the month. We would like 1 week with just pure grace when we are off our minds. We are not ourselves. Totally fine. Completely cool. Be very cool about it. Equal.
Yeah.
Because you get your week, I get my week.
Yeah, I think that if you ask women though too, men go through maybe
Great.
it's not a week, but
Listen.
there's a couple times, so it's 50-50.
We want grace. We want empathy and
Yeah.
support. We want emotional support.
But other women are like, yeah, but you guys do too sometimes.
Great.
50-50, so we're even.
50-50. It's
Easy.
It's equal. We equal. Listen, we are with you. We want it too. This is equal. We want it too. We're not against it.
Make
We're
the
with
crazy match the crazy.
I'm with you. We're
Equal.
not on the other team here. We're with you. We like this. This is working. Equal
my
accountability. Nobody tells anybody what they should or shouldn't be doing. All that's gone. It's just do it. If you see it, do it. That's it.
Or how to do it.
Your stuff is your stuff. My stuff is my stuff. You don't get to tell me what I'm doing good, bad, right, or wrong. You got your shit. I got my shit. That's it. Accountable for your own stuff. That's it.
That's it.
Equal benefits, programs for men, grant for men, scholarships for men. We want that to be all the same. Right now, there are way less things for guys than there are for women, period. We need that to be upped. And I think that's just healthy for just mental health, period, for suicide and all those things. We need more programs for men. Even when it comes to abusive relationships, right now, I have a police officer who says most of the domestic violence calls are women hitting men these days, but men not pressing charges because they would look weak. The abuse aspect of this, we looked it up, but there were like a few thousand domestic battery or abusive places for girls to go, women can go to like, get safe. There are 3 for men. We need to change the numbers. We have to make it so like more support for the guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need that. It needs to be equal. Here's one for you guys. A choice on abortion. Equal. It's not your body, your choice. It's our child, our choice. That's my son or my daughter too. I get to pick also. It needs to be both parties agree. Both parties get a vote.
Let's fill in some people that are new. What is it that we're doing? Because some people may take it like this is the opinion.
No, this is just, we're going with the list. It has been mentioned that women are saying we need things to be equal.
Yeah.
And we are working we're just going to make it equal.
And
this is not a favoritism. It's not a good or bad. This is how do we make everything right down the middle so we can see, does 50-50 really work? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we're just going equal right now. We're not pushing one person's right or wrong. It's the same either way. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right. So equal choice for abortion. Equal rights, equal fights. There is no more don't hit a girl. That's off. It's just person A, person B. And if there's conflict, it's just 2 people had a fight. That's it. There is no more who's bigger, who's stronger, don't hit a girl, all that stuff. Gone. It's just 2 people got in a fight. The end. That's it.
Equal.
Sports has no longer become women's division, men's division. It's just play sports. And so we don't have girls play girls, boys play boys. It's just you either play with everybody or you don't play at all. And so you better get good because you're playing against LeBron. So it's just sports now. That's just equal. If you want to play sport, it is just sport. All right. Maternity leave, equal. If you get 6 months, I get 6 months. If you get 9 months, I get 9 months. And we both want to bond with the baby. So
yeah,
that should be fair.
Yeah.
Equal.
Yeah.
Toilet seats don't matter. If I got to check before I sit down, you got to check before you sit down. It's the same. So stop talking about toilet seats. Just check before you sit down. We both do equal. Here's one that was a law. The guys, it was funny. Shirts are optional for boys. Shirts optional for girls. Equal. If I can mow the lawn with no shirt on and not get a ticket, you can do it too.
Sounds like a benefit for men there.
What are you talking about? That is a law that has passed in countries. Canada has passed this law.
Yeah.
Other countries.
Yeah.
If guys can wear no shirts, girls can wear no shirts. It's
Yeah.
only fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that in New York, Beth? In New York, it's like that. Shirts optional. So the whole concept of like, why should you get a ticket when I wouldn't get a ticket doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Not fair. Equal.
Yeah. But I think the shirts with no women, with like optional for women, I don't believe as a woman that should be something that's optional, because I
Why?
think that in the society that we're in, it's pushing women to become more hoish.
That's a judgment. No. If
It
if a
is.
guy can wear no
Yeah.
shirt, a girl can wear no shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So equal.
Yeah.
There's no favoritism on either side. If a guy can mow the lawn with no shirt and not get a ticket, a woman should be able to also.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Equal. Validation for feelings. If you want to have your feelings validated, we also would like our feelings validated. Equal.
Mhm.
If I want to vent and complain, I want you to validate my feelings and not fix any of it or ask me, what am I going to do about it? I want you to validate my feelings.
Mhm.
Equal.
Yeah.
When it comes to the kids stuff, we got to take turns taking care of the kids, guys. We got to take care. Like, so our guys, listen, women are generally going to be more apt and better at taking care of the children. But you know what? I do have widowers who have taken care of their children because a woman wasn't around. So we are able, which means, guys, we got to do more equality when it comes to whose turn is it tonight to wake up because the kid's crying.
Yeah.
We got to take our turns. So equal.
Here, and I bet you don't have this one on here, but this is a hot topic in the world that we live in. It has
What's
been for the
another one?
last couple of years. And Steve just said it, and we don't talk about this on our live at all, but
is it?
he said, if it's equal, vaccinated, unvaccinated is also equal.
I don't know how
Interesting.
I don't know how we would do it. What
Well,
do you mean?
It
Like,
doesn't
I'm
matter. It
open. How do we
doesn't
do it?
matter which one you are. It's still equal. Like, means the same thing.
I don't
I
understand
think that's what it's
what we
saying.
mean. I want to be able to say, like, is it something we can have equal? I don't know what it means.
Yeah, it's a choice you have to make, I guess.
No, it's a choice. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, how do we say, like, just as far as just us being people here, it's
Yeah.
50-50.
I see
I
your
got
point.
my half,
I don't
you
know.
got your
That just
half.
caught my attention. I was like,
It's more
fair
of
enough.
I think it's more of a cut everything in half thing.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
You
Yeah.
can't just say, like, that person
Yeah. It doesn't matter either
is
way.
now that
Agreed.
person.
Yeah.
It's just
No one. Yeah.
no, it's just cut everything in half.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
So there's nothing on this that I think I have a bias on. At least I don't see a bias yet. It's just cut it in half.
Yeah.
That's your half. That's
Yeah.
my half. Equal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So taking care of the kids, cut it in half. If you got 10 hours, I got 10 hours. Cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. When it came, this is one where let's see, equal grace
Got
and
it.
forgiveness. We already talked about that. This is one where it got really, really started getting a little bit off the rails a little. When it started going into just it's equal leadership, 50-50. There is nobody who the responsibility falls on. It's equal, just leadership, which means nobody gets to have a say. It's just we both say our opinion, and if we disagree, it's a coin toss or rock, paper, scissors or whatever for which way it goes. Nobody is right. Your skills don't matter. Your background doesn't matter. Your strengths or your abilities, your experience, it doesn't matter. We both have absolutely equal say. And if we disagree, then it's a coin toss. It doesn't matter how good you are at it. It's just chance or 50-50. This is where there is no leader. There's no mentor. It's just, it doesn't matter your background. It's just 50-50 coin toss.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ladies said she wants to have equal girl time. If you got guys night, I got girls night. If I need personal time for me to meditate or do my thing and I need 2 hours a day and you get 2 hours a day, then it's equal. I'm like, that's totally cool. Like, if you need recharge time, I need recharge time. Good. Take it. Equal. Let's see. Equal initiation in conversations. This means If the guy has to go approach you to see if you want to go out with him, that's the same. You have to approach guys too. It's not one-sided. Ladies are no longer on the rejection side. It's everybody asks everybody, period. And there is no the guys have more chivalry, or the guy should propose, or it's whoever does it. 50-50. Doesn't matter. It's right down the middle. If I have to initiate the conversation, you have to initiate conversation. Equal. Yeah, we went back to no strengths. We do all the jobs. If there's something that you see that isn't done, you have to do it. You saw it, do it. It's equal. If he saw it and you wanted him to do it, he would have to do it. It's just equal. If he sees it, do it. If you see it, do it. No complaining. So blame and complain has gone off the table because you're accountable and responsible for it now. So there's no more he didn't do that or she didn't do that. It's just you didn't do that because it's equal. And if it didn't get done, you were an equal party to it not being done. That's it. So you can't complain. They didn't do something when you saw it. You didn't do it. Accountability. This means the standards and quality. This, ladies, you're gonna love this one. This means because it is equal responsibility, your particulars are now void. It is job completed, whether it's to your standard or liking or not. I like the towels folded a certain way. Well, he folds them different. Job's done. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I like the dishes put away, or I like the mopping done a certain way. It wasn't your day. It's just done how he did it. Job is done. Equal. You don't get to, you're not the boss anymore. You can't tell people how it needs to be. It's going to be how it's done, the way they do it. They have their day. You have your day. Done. Equal. No problem. So your particulars they're gone. Those don't matter anymore. Now, how many of these did we miss? I didn't have. I just want to make sure, like, which things here can we add to the list? Did you see ones like that? That needs to be added to the list.
No one really put anything. No.
You didn't see any that would be added. Anybody got anything that, like, this, guys, this needs to be added for equal? Does anybody have an equal? Jen, I saw you were doing a thing. Is this helpful at C for the equal? Listen there, mister, you're going to get too logical with this. Let me enjoy my 30% and leave me alone. I love it. So that's funny. Oil change, equal. We're both out there getting dirty. What's up, Mr. Gratitude?
Hi, Brandon.
Brandon, we just did a whole thing. We just want to make sure that we are being fair. We want to make sure, well, there's no child support, Nathan. Everything's 50-50. It's equal. There's no child support. Everybody gets 50-50. There is no excuses.
Because this list, you said this is typically, women are typically louder about wanting things to be equal, right? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I heard that people want equal.
Well,
and I want to make sure it's a fair list.
Yeah. So I typically hear it more from women saying that they want things more equal. And the reason I say it's usually women, they're just louder about it. Maybe men are not saying that. I don't know. You guys tell us. But based on the list
that he just shared, the guys that I have, I want the women to
I'd be curious. Yeah, I was just going to say that. I would like to hear from the women and see what they think about this list.
Let's see, because here, Jenna, you got car maintenance, children's appointments, lawn care, gardening, meal prep, shopping. Yeah, it's all equal. So split it down the middle. We agree. Guys are in too. But you also have to work all the hours he works too. And you have to do dangerous jobs. It's equal. So that's no problem. We'll make sure that our time for those things are done. And when it's our turn, it's our turn. But you also got to put in your 60, 70 hours at a dangerous job. So you have your part too. So if, I got Nick P, for example, he works 90 hours a week and he does dangerous crane work. It's a very dangerous and a high skilled job. I need you to be equal here. I need you to do a life-threatening job for 90 hours a week, please. Equal. And he goes home, he takes care of the housework and does the stuff with the kids. He does all of his things. Fair enough. But you got to get up at 3 a.m. and go to work and do a dangerous job every day.
Yeah.
We're not saying who's better or worse. We're just saying equal. That's it. Just down the middle. All right. Do we have anything we're adding here? Let's see. Let's see. Shouldn't both have lists, equal lists? This is the list. There's only one list if it's equal, Bill. It's just one list. There isn't it. If it's down the middle, doesn't matter who it is. It's just the list. Let's see. What else? It's not an equality issue. It's a safety provision issue. Applies to men also. Different context. Maybe so. Maybe so. I like your name, Widowed Warriors. It's cool. So it could be. But I just want this to be as like cut it down the middle, fair. There's no favoritism. It's not, and this is women's favor. This is men's favor. It's just if we want it equal, right down the middle. It's
Mhm.
just is. There's no right, wrong,
Yeah.
good, bad. It's just equal.
And accountability is on the list too.
Accountability.
Yeah.
It's on there, Tyler. We have it. We have the thing on here. You said I saw there was a what about decision on keeping a child instead of a man having no choice? It's already on here. Equal choice on abortion. That is equal. It's my child, my choice, not your body, your choice. It's our kid. Because I have a son or daughter doesn't mean you just get to do whatever you want. It's equal. So that one, both get to say. Both have to have a vote. Both matter. Let's see. What else do we got? Do you see anything, baby?
No, I see a comment. Equality doesn't happen in real time. Equality is a long game.
Maybe. But we want it instant. It needs to be now. So
Mhm.
we're just going to do it.
I think this list creates such a divide
Mhm.
between men and women, and that's also something that we've talked about. I'm seeing more of a divide with men and women almost versus each other rather than, I know your guys talked about this night, more than as a team. Like if we're together, we are teaming up. Just like Jenna was saying, like I take care of the inside, my husband takes care of the outside.
Well,
I
think we're trying to solve it. I'm not solving anything.
We're just leaving it
Yeah,
out there.
I know that you guys want to hurry up and jump
Sure
to a fix
do.
it. Don't fix
Sure
it.
do.
This is the fix it.
Yeah, that's not my list.
So now
Give me all of
let's go
it.
ahead and call it what it is. Let's call this what it is. This narrative is being pushed more on females than males.
Yeah.
I do have a men's group, and I'm going to let you guys know the stuff on here when we say like she has to pay the bills, she has to go and fight the dangerous stuff, she has to have her life in danger, she has to if we get in any kind of
Mhm.
altercation, she has to like square up on me and I get to hit her as hard as I want. Some of these things on here, the leadership, that it all falls on her and she's got to be accountable and responsible for everything that goes wrong. Some of these things, my guys actually were getting defensive for their wives.
Mhm.
Our guys were getting defensive, and this happened every time that we brought up anything for like just 50-50. She gets equal fights. It's going to be that she's
Yes.
got to deal with the dangerous shit. Put her in the line of fire. She's got to go and fight. And like the guys were like, whoa, 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 whoa. I would feel terrible if my wife
Yep.
had to do this. I don't want her in that danger. I have a natural instinct to protect my woman. This makes my woman not safe. This makes my woman not taken care of and not protected. This makes my woman not provided for. She has to just do everything on her own. And this is a very stressful list.
Yeah.
And so our guys actually would get up in arms to go, I don't want my wife getting hurt like this. I don't
Mhm.
want her having to be in this standard. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
I also agree with that. We just had this conversation the other day where he was in the room and you were playing your game and you asked if you could help with something, and everything in me was like, no. Like if he comes in here and helps to start clean the kitchen or helps me cook, like I don't need that unless we've decided like, hey, we're gonna do this together. But that is my job. I don't want you involved, and it makes me feel bad if you were like, here, I have to come in and help you. I also feel the same way. I don't also want equal on everything. There's things that I know that I'm great at that I can do, and it's healthy for us if I do those things. May not be equal, but that's how I see it, is playing off of your strengths as well. So we're a team and we're not divided.
I again, we're going to what we think the answer needs to be.
Always to the end.
Yeah, you're always trying to jump to the end of the book. I want to look at this and go, does this actually feel like it's right? Like before I start telling you how I think you should all be, if we really just went like it's just equal, nobody's strength matter, nobody's skills matter, nobody's experience matters. Anything that you're naturally love to do, it still cut it in half. It doesn't matter if that's your thing or not. Cut it in half. And you have to do just as much as the other person has to do. Does this feel good?
No.
Well, what do you got? Does it feel good? And on both sides, guys and girls, because I mean, like, I'm gonna be kind of open as a guy on this. This list seems a little more in our favor.
Oh, it 100% it is.
This we get
It
way
is
more
in
from
your
this. We have
favor.
less
Yeah.
responsibility and more benefit with this
Yes.
list.
Yeah. For
Maybe I'm
sure.
saying it wrong, but this seems pretty great. Like for equality for the guys, I'm like, we get equal courts, half the bills. We don't have to do all the dirty shit anymore. All the heavy lifting, blow your back out. I don't need to do that. And then I get way more scholarships, way more stuff, way more power on things, way more say. Sports gets hilarious. I get more maternity leave. I don't worry about the complaining. That's all gone. My
Mhm.
feelings become validated. I get more emotional support and empathy. I have the pay is all balanced out, which that we don't care. The guys aren't worried about that. I don't have half the responsibility on this list. Everything's gone. And then anything you would blame me for that I didn't do good enough, you're just as at fault. So that sounds awesome. This is a great list for do. And girls don't have to wear shirts. This is a win. This is equality sounds fantastic. This sounds pretty cool. The only part that sucks is it completely dismantles the entire family organization. It completely dismantles any type of us having individuality or strength or teamwork. It completely dismantles honor and protection, provision, and it makes it so each person is completely independently just doing their own thing, their own way. There is no
It's
team, there's no mentors, there's no
Yeah.
leaders, there's no
It's
captains.
everybody's out for themselves, and you have a selfish dynamic, which I
Mhm.
think is also another problem within the world that we live in. Someone said this as
So,
well, and we've said
widowed
this too.
warrior,
It is true. Like
equality, then you're
everybody's out for
selfish.
themselves, even in their own relationship dynamic. I'm going to look out for myself. It's it is becoming more and more of a selfish dynamic. I'm going to look out for myself. If something I'm doing bothers you, it's okay. I still have to make sure I'm looking out for myself first. It is not how I believe that relationships should work. There has to be a team environment and a team relationship, not like, "Oh, sorry, I did something you didn't like. I don't care. I'm still gonna do that anyway." Like, it goes against your teammate. We talked about this last week, how in high school I played basketball, and when we messed up, the girls would encourage and we would cheer each other on. And then you get older and you have friends that are women, and that like completely goes away for the most part. Like your even teammates in high school that are women, when you're working on a common goal, when you get older and you have friendships, like women end up talking shit about each other. And again, it goes back to this, I'm looking out for myself only, and I don't care what anybody else is doing, or if it bothers somebody, I'm still going to look out for myself first. I hate it.
Mm.
I hate it. Hopefully that story made sense. It was kind of all over the place with it. Hopefully you got it. But it's rough. We live in a very selfish society. People are only looking out for themselves.
Mhm. Okay, so you're thinking that this is having this is selfish.
Yeah.
I just look out for me, and I
No,
don't have
that
to
is
worry about your
no,
shit.
no,
And if I got my
no.
stuff done and yours isn't done, get on your shit.
No, you don't treat people like if you're in a relationship with someone, you're saying you love somebody, you don't treat people like this.
50-50. What are you
No,
talking about?
no, that's not what it is.
My half is done.
Again, looking out for yourself only.
Yeah.
Like if my stuff was done, I'd be like, "Hey, do you need help with any of your stuff too, so we can get it done
No,
faster?"
screw me. Equal. If I can't carry my 50%, what good am I?
Yeah.
I deserve a divorce.
Yeah. Or
Go swipe right.
you're
Get
not I
another
was just
one.
gonna say that.
I'm
It's
disposable.
not going well. I'm just gonna go over here and find someone else that'll do the things that he couldn't do, but then I don't realize that this new person that I'm now, like, hooking up with now does different things that I also don't like, so now I'm gonna jump to the next person. Like, disposable, selfish society is what we have. I hate it.
Yeah. The 50-50 thing is pretty wild. Some of these things, like, you got to go fight.
But that's what's happening, and honey badgers might as well continue to be single. But that is also the
People are
issue.
doing.
That's what people are doing, and it's on both sides.
Mhm.
Like, I was reading through a comment section today, I think it was one of the videos that you did with Sumi, and people are, like, all over this, the women and the men are like, "What is the point to relationships?" And it makes me wonder. And I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, okay? Just
Oh.
just a little bit.
We're going there. Get your
But it-
tinfoil hats on.
But it makes me wonder, all the things that are created, social media, dating apps, all this stuff that's online, was it the purpose, or is it the purpose to divide people so homes fall apart? People are not loyal anymore. People are more selfish. It becomes more of a me society. It makes me wonder if this was set up as a, let's just see what happens with these people, and we all fell for it. That's where I stand. I think it was all made to see what happened. Everybody stopped with their critical thinking skills, and most people fell for it. And now they're like digging themselves out of a hole, or just being like, well, the belief is what I have, hands off, I'll just be by myself, which also is crazy because most people do want to have a relationship. Like, humans are made to connect naturally. And so, like, the women that are saying, like, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I can do it by myself. Okay, then do it by yourself, because as you get older, you're going to realize that you missed out on a connection. Same thing with men. I don't need women, or I'll just cycle through the women nonstop. There is a problem with that as you get older and you start to mature. So my rant is over there.
So you're saying you're for this?
outta
Ryan Yee Thompson. That's a name I would like to talk to that guy soon.
Yeah, Daniel, I hear you. Completely giant social experiment.
So Ryan, text me or call me later, bud. That's my brother.
Yes.
So that would be good. 50-50. I just want to make sure, if you guys can in the chat here, maybe just put yes if you're like, I think 50-50 is a great idea. And then say no if you're like, I think this would not work.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of want your vote. Like 50-50, let's go. Or like 50-50, no.
Yeah.
All right. Even the guys are saying no. This is in our favor, fellas. This goes real well for us. Are we sure we want no here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we take there's a lot of cool things that happen. No, still all no's. I'm getting all no's here.
Yeah.
Danielle, you're gonna have to jump on the podcast sometime. Yeah, nope, no. Seems like pretty unanimous. This whole 50-50 seems like a terrible play. I think we would have to raise our awareness of when people say, we want more equality in the way things work for our relationship. Like, if that's what they're saying, I would go like, maybe let's see what it looks like if everything is equal.
Yeah, I agree with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Women are driving it, and that's where this is coming from too. But I think it's also without the understanding of it. And it's on us too to ask those questions. Like, even in the comments I was going through and saying, like, please clarify, like, what does equal mean to me? Because I think we can hear the word equal, and everybody is, of course, as a society, very easily triggered with everything. And so everybody thinks it's equal in everything. And it may not be. Maybe it's, I just want to be paid to do the same job, the same as the guy that I work with, right? It could just be that, or it could be this laundry list of things. And I think that's where more questions have to be asked. Like, what does equal really mean to you? And do you really understand it? Or are you just jumping on the equal bandwagon without understanding, asking any critical questions, and then holding strong on being equal, but you don't even know what it means? Could be.
I find it funny that, like, isn't the guys supposed to be up in arms on this one? And the girls, you're like up in arms on this one. You're like, I got a thing to say. Like, and this is like, this isn't our idea.
Because you see what it's because
aren't we supposed to be like equal? You're equal, babe.
Because if I was a guy, I'd be like, I'll be a dude. Like, that sounds great. Like, but I've also been on the side of where, like, I have taken care of I would say half the list. I've been able to provide for myself. I haven't been able to put shit together, I'll tell you that. I would have to hire someone. So there's also
You
that
can't
too.
hire anybody because they'd have to do the
Right.
same work you have to do. You have to
I
just
don't
figure it out.
want any part of this list. I do not. There are things where I'm like, yeah, when it comes to work, it would be nice to be equal for an equal job that's being done
Sure.
based on the experience, right? I also don't like get all crazy about it either. Everything else, I don't want to be equal. Like we're made to be different and have different strengths and complement each other. I do not want to be equal.
All right. Well, I think that the unanimity here, everybody seems to be pretty one-sided on this. It looks like just 50-50 straight up doesn't work. If anybody's going to argue otherwise, I don't see anybody going the other way. It seems like we all have our strengths, and there are things on this list. Danielle, you're not wrong. There's things that, like, yeah, we should have more programs for our guys. You know, we should. That's actually probably a good idea.
And it makes me want one more thing. Again, conspiracy theory, but
Okay.
it makes me wonder though if also a lot of things are taken away from men or they don't have the rights because naturally men are stronger. And what does that do to your society, right? And again, I'm just going to leave it
You
there.
just made up a thing. It could be, it couldn't be. I don't know.
It could be a conspiracy. Could not be. I don't know.
Ooh, we're in conspiracies. I don't know. I think the point is that to be able to do the Warriors way concept is to challenge everything. We should go, well, maybe. How does it work? And is it possible? And anybody who's suggested, you know what? Women do everything, we need more equal. Or guys do everything, we need more equal. It needs to be right down the center. Well, when we just did it, it sure didn't seem to add up very well. And I know that this list is an incomplete list. This was just us throwing together like this stuff that seems obvious. This is low-hanging fruit list. And so when it comes to this, I think it's going to be a little bit more of a subjective situation. We each have strengths.
Yeah.
We each have things that we're good at. We each have agreements. I like the way Jenna was explaining some of these things. Even when it comes to cooking, you master the inside, I barbecue outside. Hey, we're both cooking, but we got our realm. That's fine. Cool. You know, and I think there's a balance that we have with each other to go, let's figure each other out so we can be harmonious. I think the one thing that is here is let's add in some of the things that maybe that would be pretty nice. If you had your guy shake his head for like, yes, and it was something like more empathy. It was something like, well, at least consider my feelings and my heart. Like, well, that's not a dick move. It actually sounds pretty nice. Maybe we should be cool about each other's emotions. Maybe we should treat each other human. That sounds cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Some of these things on the list might actually be eye-openers for us. The guys were saying more grace and forgiveness. Maybe you ladies aren't doing as great a job as you think at grace and forgiveness. When you have a really difficult week, we should be understanding. But if he has a difficult week, get it together. Well, maybe we should do equal. I think that 1 week of crazy grace period was pretty cool. Listen, if you get to be just off the rails, then give me the same grace for my off the rails. You can't hold that over my head. I had my week, babe. That was my week. I get to be crazy that week. See, equal. It's good. Goose gander. Let's go. So some of these things are there. Some of these things, women's sports disappear. Some of these things get really tough. Women's protection disappears. Women's safety disappears. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that makes so women gets pretty rough. And some of those things are going to be not safe, not secure, and very stressful and high anxiety. That's not, I don't know if that's going to be good for our ladies. We have 5 girls in this building, you included. This is a terrifying list. I don't want you guys doing some of these. Let's see. Do men point that out though? Like they could use some grace here. They do. Ladies just shame them for it. Catch the judgments. Yes, guys, I did a survey for guys about empathy to see if you ladies really are as empathetic as you think. I stopped at 100 men because it was the same answer. They say the first question was, do your feelings matter? All the men said yes. The second question is, do you believe your feelings, not your well-being, your feelings matter to her? And after 100 guys are like, she doesn't care about my feelings. She just cares about what I provide, or is my well-being done? Did I get some food today, or did the laundry get done, or is the task completed? Well, that's not one feeling. There's no emotion there. And then at the last question was, would you like your feelings to be important to your girl? And every guy said yes. So, ladies, after 100 guys, I quit asking other men because I had no answers that were positive that women are truly able to be empathetic to a man going through tough stuff's feelings, his heart. And ladies, if you are the empathy, the nurture, the compassion, the kindness, the love, if you are the glue that holds it together with the emotional connection, you're missing a very key element here, where if a guy says, I really would like some grace and forgiveness and compassion and empathy, and I don't think that you're doing it, don't give yourself a gold star for something that 100 guys in a row said you're not doing that. So, challenge would be, if you are one of the ladies who truly can appreciate and be empathetic to your man's heart, you are in the minority. You are broken out of the herd. You are a woman warrior. You are rocking and rolling as far as taking accountability, working with authenticity, and having empathy for your human being who loves you like you love him. You are not in the main group, but the main group of women are not doing this. So if you're looking for a target, ladies, this is a really good one to show that you are an upper echelon woman, where you go, I'm listening to my man, and it matters how he feels. That would be rare in today's society. Pretty good equal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good equal, because guys should do that too. So, in any case, that's the thoughts for today. Thank you guys for being a part of this. I see very good interaction. I see like good questions. There's no arguments here. I don't think that I'm disagreeing with anybody. I really would like to see, would that really work, or is it better that we find a balance between our strengths, our understanding, listening to grow with each other?
Yeah.
But I think there's a balance that we should look for.
But I think when it's put in this context too, I don't think most people can even argue it, because again, we're being very clear about what equal would mean, right? And I think that's where people don't question, like, what does equal really mean to them? Like, no one's stopping to maybe figure it out. They're just kind of assuming, and maybe it's only one part of their life or one part of their career, whatever it is. We're not really defining it. So I think it's great that you guys took the time to sort this out and make the list. It's pretty impactful.
Heck yeah.
Good job. Good job, guys.
Well job, everybody. Good job. Well job.
well job.
Yeah. Well job. I'm leaving it at that. Well job. As far as this goes on you guys, thank you guys again. We appreciate you guys. We do actually, we're posting this up in Patreon. We have made our Patreon bad ass. We also have a training coming up on the 25th where I do real life psychology stuff for you to help you find where people are stuck in real time. I will be doing map training. Click on the link above. There's only 60 spots left out of 300. We are almost sold out. We have a few days left, and we already have a couple of groups that are like, whoa, save us spots. If you're not subscribed to our Patreon, it's only $20. And if you are, it's like $6.
Mm-hmm.
So subscribe if you can, so you can get a big discount, but also our Patreon has badass shit. The stuff I cannot post online, you get to hear the interviews with really awesome people that you don't get to see because it's too hot for YouTube or whatever it would be. So in any case, check out that stuff, the behind the scenes podcasts that don't get posted, and you get to hear some of the cool points of views and some of the trainings from really high level trainers. It's cool stuff. Otherwise, it is date night. So Danielle, you are right. It is date night for us. And we found a really cool spot that we liked last week. We had this little coaster thing and spun it. We hit this one place we never heard of, and we loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
So we're probably going to do it again.
We're going back there.
It's seasonal, and we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that in a minute.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
thanks, you guys.
Thanks for being here with us on Warrior Wednesday. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Remember, if you want your questions, put it in QA@warriorsway mindset.com, and we'll read your question live and do your stuff. Otherwise, there's always really cool things that we're going to have. Like I've got a million of these topics that we can just team up on to try to make it so we can understand each other better and make this world a better fucking place.
Yep.
In which case, all you warriors, go ahead and crush this week. Proud of you all, and we'll see you guys
Next week.
All right.
All right. Good
Later,
night.
guys. All right, let's shut things down live. We're live, shutting down things.
End it.
And